I had a really time-limited effort to prove how to write a command line wrapper for an open API a customer is developing. The target REST API is the jquants-api, as presented in a previous article. I chose to implement the wrapper in Golang, which proved to be extremely fast and pleasant to do. The task was eventually done in a short evening, and the resulting Golang wrapper with core features has been uploaded on GitHub. This is the short story on the process to write the API and the few different programming steps to get there. Goals. So first, let's list the programming tasks that we will have to deal with, create a test, and supporting code, checking we can save the username and password in an end file compatible with the jquants-api JVM format, write another test, and supporting code to retrieve the refresh token, write ono. Check that we have code to enter and save the username and password in an end file compatible with the jquants-api JVM format, in a helper_test. Go file, let's write the skeleton test for a prepare login function. Package jquants_api_go import, fmt, os, testing, func test prepare login, t** testing, t, prepare login, os. Geeton, username, os. Geeton, password. Here, we pick up the username and password from the environment, using os. Get-env. We will write the prepare function in a helper. Go file. It will get the username and password as parameters, instantiate a login struct, marshal this as an edn file content, func prepare login, username string, password string, for user equals login username, password encoded, underscore equals edn. Marshal user, write config file, login. Edn, encoded, our login street. We update the helper_test. Go file with a new test case. Func test refresh token, t** testing. T token, underscore equals get refresh token, fmt. Printf, %s, token, the get refresh token func will load user stored in file previously and prepare it as JSON data, prepare the HTTP request with the URL and the J. So the metadata on our login struct needs to be slightly updated. Type login struct username string n mail address, JSON mail address, password string n password, JSON password. We also need a new struct to read the token returned by the API, and we also want to store it as edn ju. This has almost the same flow as get refresh token, and to support it we mostly introduce a new struct ID token with the necessary metadata to marshal to from n/JSON. The code flow to retrieve the daily quotes is, as before, read ID token from the edn file, prepare the target URL with parameters code and dates parameters. Send the HTTP request using the ID token as a HTTP header, parse the result as a daily quote struct, which is a slice of quote structs the test CA. It sets a header using HTTP header, and note that you can add as many headers as you want there. Then it sends the HTTP GET request and returns the response as is. What follows comes from the following post on how to marshal/unmarshal JSON dates. The JSON time type will store its internal date as a 64-bits integer, and we add the functions to JSON time to marshal/unmarshal JSON time. As shown, the time value coming from the JSON content can be either a string or an integer. September 29, 2022, 1952. 0000000 September 30th, 2022, 1952. 500,000 October 3rd, 2022, 1946. 0000000 pass OK, GitHub. com/hellonico/jquants-api go 1. 883's our helper is now ready and we can adding some CI to it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.